Pularys has a broad selection of wallets and other lifestyle items, and today we're going to look at the Raven. Is it special or just another box wallet?
Not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door.
Pularys. This is made in Poland. I'm sure it's pronounced much better in Polish. So we get the wallet out here. Take a quick look. This is a trifold, or some might say a quadfold, as I've had conversations with in the comments lately. So 1, 2, 3, okay, trifold, not bad. This particular version also, this is navy, also comes in brown and black. Some things I really like about this that we'll talk about. It is, of course, a box wallet, and it does have a wrap of a leather wallet component like a lot of them do. But this one stands out to be a bit better in my mind, so let's get into it. Well, that looks pretty good. Kind of regular to me, though, so let's keep looking. If we start out, there are no features on the exterior. If we go right to the top, this is our interior card box. It has a capacity of up to 9 cards, or 6 embossed. That's quite a bit. It's made out of extruded aluminum, which you can kind of see right here. And it has the pop-out trigger on the bottom. This pop-out trigger, of course, was really pioneered by Secret, and it has a low profile, has very little chance of knocking off by accident or breaking. From there we have 2 interior card slots. We have this one right here, and we have this one, which can be used for cards, but it's also usable for coins, keys. This flap is what provides that security. And then finally we have an interior billfold pocket. Oh look, they gave me a 50. Oh, it's fake. Oh well. Billfold pocket for cash. That makes this very convenient. You don't have to fold it. It just goes along with the wallet as part of its closing and its wrap. It measures 3.8 by 2.7 by 0.9, and it weighs 82 grams or 2.9 ounces. Wow, this thing can hold a lot. 9 cards in here, plus 2 more, so there's 11 cards in this wallet total. 3 coins, a key, and 8 slips of cash. 8 notes in here. That's impressive, and the reason why is because you get most of your bulk right in here, obviously. And when I went to snap this, it didn't really, well, I guess the coins are giving me a little bit of an issue there, but it didn't force me to do a whole lot more work to get this to snap. You can see I've got the snap, and it goes. That is a lot to carry in here. This is, I would consider to be, you're maxing it out and it's super, super bulky. But again, with 9 card potential, these are non-embossed, and 6, 7 by way of embossed, you're in great shape in what you can carry. So what about the shake test? Well, okay, there we go. We start to get a little happening there. What happens when we have just a few cards in there? Because that's always a question when you have just a few cards in a box wallet versus having it stacked. Okay, so whoop, there we go. We've got the cards in there right now. I've got 3. Let's see. No, I mean, that's amazing. That is impressive. So the reason why did they come out more easily when I had the full stack of cards in there versus when we only had these 3 is really due to the bulk. I mean, there's just so much in here that the friction between top and bottom of the sides isn't enough to keep them in. And you've got less friction happening between the cards. You know, it's simple, but they're not coming out. I mean, if you drop this, I mean, you're gonna have a little bit happening here. I'd be surprised if they all came flying out. You might have 1 or 2, but very secure. I'm really impressed. Oh, chrome tanned. Now the wallet is designed in Poland and made in Europe. The box is an extruded aluminum, which is really the way to go, instead of marrying 2 sides with posts or screws. The internal mechanism is tried and true design, as I mentioned. It was pioneered by Secret, and really, like I said, prevents itself from being accidentally caught and broken and ripped off like some other vendors. Let's take a look inside. We can see the mechanism at the bottom, but the one thing different than other box wallets are the friction strips on the sides. They're leather and they have leaves, so there's attached to a metal leaf that then flares inward. So when you're inserting cards, the leather friction strips provide the grip with the pressure of the leaves also providing stability to keep the cards in place. Made using a chrome tanned Italian leather, which provides the 3 colors we talked about, and I'm sure others if they wanted to. The leather is not surface, but immersion dye. So it's placed into the dyes, so it gets all into the grain of the leather itself instead of just on a surface level. And then it's all covered in a water repellent varnish. You can kind of see that. That's why we have kind of the shininess going on. And that gives you a dirt and water resistance factor, which is nice. The edges are roll sewn. So you can see how they're rolled over and sewn. And then we've got material in here that's what provides RFID capabilities and protection for this particular wallet. And finally, all of these box wallets that have an attachment to them attach via this strip right here. So some way, some mechanism, and it's always an adhesive. What I really am impressed about here is that this adhesive piece, it is completely down. There is no edge unless you really work at it to just accidentally start pulling this up. This is nice and tight, it's smooth, there's no gaps, and really, this is impressive compared to the others. Let me show you the difference. So this is a Secret, and of course it has its own wallet component onto it. They've chosen to incorporate the cash portion, which you fold once, into the back that attaches. Now, there's all kinds of gapping here. You can easily begin to pull this and you start seeing the adhesive in here. It's just, I don't know. I would much rather have this be completely down and tight than having it just flop around like it does, and over time begin to pull away from the wallet. The wallet itself is priced very reasonably at $45. For all the functionality you get, that's not bad. From a usability perspective, the most friction you'll have when using this wallet, meaning that you carry, would be the snap closure, having to open and close it all the time. And once you get used to it, once it gets used to the amount of material and cards and cash and coins and whatever else you want to carry in here, then it will stretch accordingly and you'll get a nice easy snap ongoing, and you'll know exactly how to place it. It won't be just trying to fish for it all the time. The other thing I didn't quite like is how the notes stick out here at the end. Again, being almost a full billfold pocket area, it doesn't matter the currency, it's going to stick out. Except for, being built in Europe, you take a Euro note and you can stick that in there, and largely you're covered there. So this really was designed more for the Euro, but it still works as you saw with the other currencies in there, and not a big problem. Overall, not a bad wallet, especially for the build quality and the price. So now on to the final score. For quality of 4, built really well in my mind, and price of 4. The pricing on this is amazing for what you get. Features of 4, a lot going on, usability of 4, and perception of 4. And that gives us a final score of 4 out of 5. If you like this review, then look at this one next and keep watching. I know you want to binge, and we'll see you in the next review.